Hi, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Talking metals, let's talk copper futures here today. Copper futures are in the midst of a three-day rally, although today's rally wasn't much to speak of. Yesterday's rally was much bigger, but it's significant because prior to the three-day rally we've had 3 down days, so we've really kind of recovered over the last 6 days what we lost the previous 3. So it wasn't much of a move overall, but it looks like we might get a little bit more of a recovery on the horizon with copper for a number of reasons. Number one, inventories over in London fell. Copper inventories are reportedly 17% lower since the start of May. Now we've seen a little bit of accelerated demand out of Asia, a little bit of delayed demand out of China, and we do have China's industrial production coming up next week, which could actually spark the metal to go even higher. This delayed demand was supposed to happen right after the end of the Lunar New Year. It didn't really materialize, helping copper to go below $3. But today on the high side, we got to $3.10 and a half on the copper contract in the futures quadrant. So we may get a little bit more of a rally off of falling inventories and demand coming out of China that maybe wasn't expected just because it was delayed. Also, we've got the dollar lower for 2 days in a row as well. And that inverse relationship between copper, or really all commodities, the only one that bucked it today was crude oil, but that inverse relationship between the dollar and crude oil, and copper, is pretty big. As the dollar falls, copper becomes more affordable to some of these emerging markets to a certain degree, like China and some of the EM areas that use copper to build, and they can grow their economies with a cheaper supply of the metal that they use to build buildings and build houses and the like. So when the dollar falls, we get increased demand for copper, pushing the prices. It doesn't quite offset the fall in the dollar. It's not a one-to-one relationship. It does make the metal cheaper for these foreign countries, so they are able to buy more of the copper, pushing that demand higher. That's what we've seen over the last 3 days. Dollar's only down 2 days in a row, but the copper has sort of got an early rally on that. The biggest rally being yesterday, third consecutive day being today. This is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor, talking copper futures.